Hi there, you're watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. This is the Sacramento Report. I'm Jaime Garza, and I'm going to tell you this. If you hate paying taxes, don't go anywhere, because we're going to be talking taxes with George Runner with the Board of Equalization. We were talking just a little second ago about what we pay here in California, and I told you point blank that it's expensive to live and the taxes are outrageous.
Absolutely. You know, Californians are overtaxed. I mean, you know, if you look at the other states right now, you see that California has the 6th highest tax rate in the nation amongst all the other states. I'll tell you the one that's actually scary, should be scary to all of us, is there's a group that studies how long you work before you start earning money for yourself. And this year they project that date to be about April 14th. So every day we went to work, from January to April 14th, that money all went to some taxing agency. Now after that, then we get to keep the money. And so it just shows you how great and how onerous sometimes our tax policies are. And quite frankly, my thought is, at times I think that the tax policy and being overtaxed is lethal to our personal liberties.
Where did this all begin anyway? I mean, it seems to me it's the easy solution a lot of times. We need money in our state, let's tax. And a lot of people feel that way.
I think it's a combination of issues. Number one, government has gotten bigger and bigger. All of a sudden, government has to do more and more. And so as a result of that, government grows and grows and grows. Then within government, you have special interest who then continues to kind of keep growing their salaries, their protections, those kind of issues. I mean, it's been pretty clear studies going on right now that shows that the average government worker makes more than the average private sector worker when you talk about their total package. Well, then what that does is it puts more pressure then on the taxpayer to have to then make that happen. So, you know, I think that's what we're finding. And of course, what we're finding out not only in California, other states, but also in the nation, we're just running out of money.
You said other states, and just the other day I was trying to crunch some numbers, just out of curiosity, looking at a salary in California and looking at a salary in Texas, and you live so much better in Texas for the same salary.
Well, you know, the test that I use, and again, you can do that from say, the test that I always use is, think about the people who you know are retiring and ask yourself, where are they going? Because what you'll find, and what I find, is many of the people I know are leaving the state of California because now that they don't have to be here for a reason, because their job's no longer here, they can go somewhere else to live, they make personal financial decisions to go to somewhere where they get to keep more of their money.
Florida, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, they're all saying, come on over, bring us your cash, and they're also saying, bring us your business.
Right,
so.
and that's the problem that we face. I mean, the fact is, California, you know, we have the 2nd highest unemployment rate in the nation, right behind Nevada. And I don't even really count Nevada, because Nevada is kind of a niche economy. California is a full-scale economy, a big state. And we have the highest unemployment rate, but yet we have California, the same kind of things that brought you here and me here, the climate, all those opportunities are still there. What's changed is the economic climate that has been, I think, brought on by bad public policy.
All right, so everybody will probably agree I'm overtaxed. I don't like paying taxes. Is there anything that the state of California can do to try to put a little more money back in my pocket?
Well, I think first thing California needs to do is figure out how it is that they can spend tax money wisely. I mean, you know, and again, we have a big crisis here. We've had a big deficit. The fact is, California is going to take in about $86 billion this year. Now, during the big years, we took in about $100 billion. So we're talking about a 15% difference. Now, my view is we ought to figure out how to just live within that 15% less, just like a lot of Californians are having to do.
We hear that all the time, George, but why haven't we seen it?
Well, because what happens is people want to keep theirs. You know, people they don't want this program to quite go away. They want this one. And so that's the challenge we have. Everybody wants to keep it the same, go after them instead. Oh, and if we have to raise taxes, that's what we have to do.
And for now, we just have to keep paying the taxes.
Absolutely.
George. All right. George Runner with the Board of Equalization, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jaime.
Thank you at home for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition, the Sacramento Report. And don't forget, you can always watch this interview and others by going to My Government on Demand, and you'll find that on Channel 1.